So we're the 14th of July, 2023. It's 10:06 a.m. I went to bed at 5 a.m. and I felt my mood getting worse and worse and worse. So it's not helping. I couldn't get to bed earlier. I had to do my routine, wash my hair, shower, brush my teeth, clean up the dishes. Just terrible. I'm not going to the gym today, but I realized there's another gym I have to go to avoid the flamboyant gay guy. It was just out of control yesterday, his behavior. And it's worse than it was at work, where I got fired, my dossier being stopped, whatever you want to call it. Just me dealing with people. And it's terrible people, terrible, toxic, psychopathic people. And he knows he is one because I brought it up to him in a sarcastic way, and I just don't want that person around me. So I have to kind of avoid him when I'm not in the best mood. It's sad for me. It's what needed to be done at work, but they wouldn't do it. I have to do it for myself, because it's better that than exploding. Because the thing is, I don't think people at the gym care. It's me who cares, having my boundaries encroached upon, But I'm not going to the gym today. Today's a wash, as you say. Tomorrow I'm going to either go to the gym locally here or go to the one which is about the same distance as the one that's further away, but it's in another direction. I have to start testing out the other gyms. I'm not going to go to the one that's newly renovated, because I don't think that will do it for me. Maybe one day. There's many branches of this gym, so that's a good thing. And I saw on WhatsApp that my CPR boss got the message, but it's weird that he's not replying to me. Maybe he's not in town, because I know he's weird too. It might be the end of me keeping my certification for the other association for CPR, but I was working on a new one. It feels that my whole life is falling apart. I can't control anything. I can't control where I go to the gym with relationships. I can't control my employment prospects. I can't control anything. Also, as per usual, I'm thinking about the guy I spent time with on Sunday. We were contacting each other. I initiated the contact. We had a hurricane here yesterday, and then he ended up having it where he lived later on. And I'm always doubting myself with that relationship. If it's wherever it's going, I have a feeling there's something off with it, And, So I don't know what to make with that, and I have to be careful with that to not fuck that up. I'm not even looking for a relationship with the guy. I'm just looking for communication in the sense that say hi to me without me having to contact you. You know? But when he first contacted me, he didn't. I just noticed that he saw my page on one of the apps. I forget if it was Grindr or Scruff. I think it was Scruff because I can't do much on Grindr because you're limited when you don't pay. But I can't find the conversation anymore because it's been a while. And it's always me who initiate the conversation, so that already gives me a sign how he is. What else do I require? Some validation. It's like I'm still doubting what he wants. He probably doesn't even know what he wants. I'm feeling less and less validated, you know? And I think also it seems like I feel ashamed to talk about my place here, which there's something good today. I got some leeway in my place cleaning and something that I think I can maintain. But I just feel ashamed about that. I feel like I'm dropping on the conversation because I feel there's things not being said. I feel like I'm running after someone just to get some conversation, some validation, sexual validation. You know, obviously now is not the best time to evaluate this because I feel like crap. Anyways, so I don't know. It's difficult today, right now. Also, as per usual, I'm thinking about the guy I spent time with on Sunday. We were contacting each other. I initiated the contact. We had a hurricane here yesterday, and then he ended up having it where he lived later on. And I'm always doubting myself with that relationship. If it's it's, you know, wherever it's going, I have a feeling there's something off with it, you know? So I don't know what to make with that, and I have to be careful with that to not fuck that up. I'm not even looking for a relationship with the guy. I'm just looking for communication in the sense that say hi to me without me having to contact you. You know? But when he first contacted me, he didn't. I just noticed that he saw my page on one of the apps. I forget if it was Grindr or Scruff. I think it was Scruff because I can't do much on Grindr because you're limited when you don't pay. But I can't find the conversation anymore because it's been a while. And it's always me who initiate the conversation, so that already gives me a sign how he is. Um, what else do I require? Some validation. It's like I'm still doubting what he wants. He probably doesn't even know what he wants. I'm feeling less and less validated, you know? And I think also it seems like I feel ashamed to talk about my place here, which there's something good today. I got some leeway in my place cleaning and something that I think I can maintain. But I just feel ashamed about that. I feel like I'm dropping on the conversation because I feel there's things not being said. I feel like I'm running after someone just to get some conversation, some validation, sexual validation. You know, obviously now is not the best time to evaluate this because I feel like crap. Anyways, so I don't know. It's difficult today, right now. What I'm noticing here is he's following someone that I know that I actually brought here and didn't go the limit to having sex with him. But if I go on to who's following him, that guy's not following him. So I'm like, oh, they're not a thing together, you know? So that was the first time I decided to take a screen record and do a voiceover there. I could have done a voiceover by just filming a clip like this and then overlay that screen record. But then I wouldn't see what's going on. Anyways, I was just playing around. But yeah, I was thinking about that for a while because before he came to visit, what I liked is that he wasn't following anyone from here and all that. He wasn't getting himself around. And then I noticed that he followed him. I'm like, oh, and this is some guy that I invited here at the beginning of COVID, but just didn't work out because, well, first of all, I didn't like the way he smelled. You know when you have someone you're having intimate relations with and they got a weird smell. There was that. And also, his image was based on steroids, and then he got off cycle, and I'm like, I'm not on any steroids, and so like I think it was a question of just him not representing himself properly, you know what I mean? I guess that's my narcissism. And then I just didn't pursue it. He mentioned that we should have sex. And then I saw him online, and then we just stopped communicating. And I was like, that's probably for the better because I'm not attracted to you. You know? Just being honest. So like, now I'm like, okay, so the guy isn't following him, so then there wasn't anything. So this guy is just fantasizing over him, but how did he find it? Why is there not other people that he's liked? Maybe he's picky. Maybe he went to the gym and he was there. Maybe he went to the bar that he worked at and he was there like the first night because I saw him the day after. So all these thoughts are coming through my head, and that's weird. That's my paranoia. But the problem is that we aren't at that point where we converse like that, so that, you know what I mean? And I don't feel that we're going to. I don't feel comfortable. I don't No, I'd like to have conversations like that, and not to know everything, every little detail, but I want to know, I want to, I guess, feel secure that I can converse with him when things are going good and things are going bad, and he's not going to judge me and vice versa. We had a little bit, you know, he mentioned to me when he first moved here, he moved here for somebody, and the guy had a boyfriend, and the guy dumped him when he moved here and all that crap. So I guess there is opening for that, but I guess I'm being a little too impatient, or maybe it's just that I don't know, so I feel very insecure. All right, so I'm trying another voiceover. So this is another guy. This guy here, I blew him up. We had conversed on this app, and he's visiting, right? So it's a weird thing with people on this Scruff app. If I go into looks, well, I'll go into the woof. Who woofed me? That means they checked out my profile. He's not there. And if I go into the looks, he didn't look at my profile. That means he's visiting and he's not looking, but he's on the profile, which is weird. And then if I go on to his profile here, he's a cutie, of course. And look here, I blew this up. He's in an open relationship. So already that puts him out. This is the conversation we had. And I said, if only you were visiting my neck of the woods. And this was in 2022, last year. And he says, I'd love to get to Montreal. And he is in Montreal, but he's on the app, so he's used it. But he's being shady and sneaky. So either, and that's a flaky thing that people do. You know, you chat up and there's some conversation, then they show up, they don't even do anything, and then they don't look at your profile. So they're not looking, but they're looking. He's probably doing it in a sneaky way, like the way I do it. You just take a screenshot and you blow it up, but the people don't see that you're looking, you know, type thing. So anyways, in my head, I'm not following through on that with any more conversation, because I know, first of all, he's in an open relationship. And if he was looking, he would be making it obvious, you know? So there's that. So it's for me, it's about analyzing the situation and what's actually really there. I hope I'm doing it okay, but yeah, but this guy, I mean, it's not an option. So, yeah. Well, at least it looks, well, okay, there's a mess here, but at least this section, so I could do massage therapy, that little couch, which is broken. It's looking better. Well, okay, I got clothes here, but I could walk, and I'm not worried about mopping. I'm just gonna focus on sweeping. I think this is something I can maintain. We'll see if I can maintain this. I got the bleach there because I know I gotta do some laundry. So I'm realizing the trick. I'm feeling better. It's almost noon. What time did I get up? I don't know. I didn't see the beginning of this video. 10 something, I think. Yeah. The trick is to not overwhelm myself. I like the fact that I was able to visually, with screen records, document what was going on in my mind and talk about it. So I think that's good. I think I'm going to continue with that for a bit. I still have to keep things moving because I don't know where money's coming from. You know what I mean? The trick is, I'm repeating myself, to not overwhelm myself. So I can think and get myself to a regular state, I need that time. I can't just go through life not reflecting on anything and being unhappy. Of course, there's a lot of things I have to catch up on. If I can maintain that living room and the kitchen, not even without the mopping, just the sweeping and the declutter, you know, I threw out a lot of stuff that I collected that I realized I don't need. So stop some of the hoarding things, you know. I need time to be able to do that and clear everything. It's like clearing my mind, you know what I mean? As I was doing my hair yesterday, showering, I stopped using the, you know, grease or whatever, because it's heavy. And I realized for this summer, I want to be able to take the hair down, and you know what I mean? So I use oil, and then I'm like, okay, am I ever going to go to Walmart to get more oil, or what's the backup for the oil? There's the local shops here, you know, pumpkin oil, or is it pumpkin seed oil? I don't know what it is. Whatever they have, to be able to experiment with that. And then go back to grease, something heavier, grease and gel. Like when I was working, I had to do that a lot to keep my hair in place for a few days because I didn't have time to do it. So to be able to adapt like that, that's my point. Plan A, plan B, plan C. It's always been like that. I could see things clearer now because I stayed in bed, you know, even though I went to bed at 5 a.m., but I have to be able to introspect, to reflect. And I just put on minoxidil pretty quickly. I have to get myself to that point and keep myself there. That's the issue, so I don't feel overwhelmed. And when I do, I can get myself back down to a normal state. Now, what do I do for money? What do I do for, you know, how do I reconstruct my life? You know, because things I need to do are my taxes. I have a whole bunch of bills there that I need to scan, like all that stuff. I have to get. Okay, see, I'm winding myself up again. I'm gonna end this video here. What I did was when at 1:30 in the morning, I think, I started uploading the last video. And by the time I got up, the video was uploaded. So I think there's a time where where there's less people online, and so the videos upload quicker. You know what I mean? Or maybe because it was under 20 minutes. That could be that too, but still. To be able to time that so I'm not frustrated with uploading a video and it ruining what I'm watching already, you know, because it uses up bandwidth and everything else slows down, and I don't know, to be able to, simple things like that shouldn't get me frustrated, that I just need to think about. So I'm ending this video here. This is what I'm going to be using tonight. This is what I used yesterday. In this video, it looks a little red because the lighting is different, but my face isn't irritated yet, so that's good.